So I'm Faber, 22 years old, from Springfield Lakes. I'm a bricklayer by trade, but I'm a metalcore enthusiast on the weekend and every other time I'm not at work. Yeah, I shouldn't do that.
My name is Peina, and I'm the booking agent here at Phoenix Arts Theatre.
My name's Cameron Yates, and I have AAA Backstage. I write music reviews, show reviews, album reviews, and I'm part of the, local Brisbane music scene.
I'm the frontman of a metalcore band based in Brisbane called Outlive, and yeah, I guess really what we're just trying to do is just to try and bring back metalcore, I guess, because I feel like it's something that dropped down in the last couple of years, and there's a lot of bands that are becoming overproduced and really going a bit over the top with their sound and putting the sound that they can't replicate live, and then people get disappointed with that. We're just trying to bring it back to the roots where it's just whatever music we're playing, there's no samples really, it's just good honest music.
Local music, I think it's such a vital part of our community, At the end of the day, every artist that you listen to, bar a few, started off playing local pubs or local community halls or local youth festivals, etc. Your favourite band, your favourite DJ played a local pub. Your favourite singer, was doing covers at the local open mic nights, And I think it's the start for something. Local music gives these artists a place to make a name for themselves.
The local music scene in Brisbane means a lot. It's friends, it's creative expression, for one of a less pretentious way of phrasing it. It's fun, it's something to do, it's a sense of community, it's just everything I've come to love about music in one space, really.
It's a way to say, hey, this is my mate, and he's playing this song, and it's important to me and it's important to us.
And I always enjoy shows, regardless of how many people show up, how many people get into it. Just being up there with my best mates, and it's just gold, absolute gold to us.
Local music's important because you don't get big music without local music. Everyone's got to start somewhere. You've got to start playing in shitty pubs to crowds who don't care. You've got to start driving to cities where more people don't care. You just keep playing until people start caring, really. Without that, you're not going to have anyone.
There's always the people pushing the local bands to do better, always going out and supporting. And although it's diminished in size over the last year, but people who are still in the scene are just really keeping it alive, making sure that this scene stays alive, because it is slowly dying, not just in Brisbane but in Sydney and Melbourne. Just live music, especially with building apartments going next to live music venues and people being like, I don't like noise, shut it down. People out there fighting for this sort of thing in the small community is just really important.
As long as Phoenixes have been around, actually, we haven't had the best luck with our noise and the neighbours, There was a short stint of time where we had to cancel a few shows just because of noise and the council not letting us make that noise. There was a few misunderstandings, I guess the semantics of the paperwork, etc., that just didn't make sense. We fought really hard to be able to do what we're doing right now.
Live shows between bigger and smaller bands sort of vary. Some bands, even on the bigger band stages, I've seen Architects heaps times on huge venues, and I've seen them at small venues, and they're just as passionate. But smaller venues like Phoenix, people get way more into it. When I saw Justice for the Damned or Staunch or Live Seal at Phoenix, everyone in the room was there for that band as well. You might go see, say Deftones at River Stage, and half the people might only be there for Carnival or whoever they were playing with, and they might sort of not be as into it, and they just sort of stand in the back and have a beer. It's where everyone at Phoenix or the smaller local shows are just way more passionate about it when they're there.
We started an internet petition. We put it online. We had the goal of 200 people. I guess in our time of running shows for people all around, from bands all around the country and the world, we've got a few friends, and they helped us out. They shared it around, and it went over 1,000 within the first maybe 5 hours. It was really uplifting to see that although like there's maybe 20 or 30 people locally that hate us and hate the noise we're putting out or don't like the music or the kind of people that we are, there's over 1,000 people around the world that give a shit about all ages music and give a shit about hardcore, and it's just something important, you know. Well, hopefully that with 1,000 people in our corner, you know, it might sway their opinion on us a bit, you know. We're not doing anything wrong. In fact, as far as I'm concerned, we're doing something good, you know, it's important.
The whole like community around shows and things like that, everyone that you see like every other week at a different show, you become like really close friends. It's like a tight-knit community. Everyone kind of gets along and has fun and like helps each other have fun. It's like a place you can come to let off energy and any anger you may have, and just kind of like you feel like you're a part of something. You feel like you belong somewhere.
I met heaps of mates through local music. I went from going to the big shows and I met people through that, and they were like, oh, I play in a band and I play in a band. And then I met like the community. It's basically like a community to me. Like heaps of band I dig, heaps of my mates playing bands, and I just, yeah. So that's community for me.
Community in the Brisbane hardcore scene is really tight-knit. Sort of like school to a degree. There's like heaps of different social groups within it that know each other, but everyone's, for the most part, really friendly, really welcoming.
Is it easy to make friends in the scene? Yeah, if you're willing to put in the effort to reach out and say hello to these people. But if you're there to just enjoy it, yeah, go nuts, you know. You don't have to involve yourself with other people, but they're all there for the same reason you are. There's no reason you shouldn't.
Certainly smaller, more intimate local shows, it feels a lot more together, a little mesh. Everyone kind of knows each other, and there's just certainly a better vibe. Not to knock the bigger shows by any means, but I mean, I've been to some shows like Real Estate or whatever with 9,000 people, you don't know anyone there except for your friends, and it's cool, but it's kind of like impersonal, you know, whereas you go to a local show with like 40, 50 people that you know everyone in the room, and everyone in the room gets along, and if you don't get along, it's whatever, like you still look out for each other. I mean, that's how it is.
Best way to really get involved in the scene, find what bands are in your actual scene. Find if they have any songs on social media, if they even have social media. From there, just see what they're doing, you know. Even just liking bands' statuses on Facebook is enough to show that there's support behind the bands for them to want to keep going.
I think the local music scene's got some cool things in it. Definitely some bright stuff coming out of it. Be interesting to see what happens in the next few years, if not months, just because so many cool bands bring out so much cool music. Be interesting to see where it all goes.
What does it have in store? I'd like to think, what doesn't it have in store?
But I was just really happy.
Holy shit.